Yes, you lot. Welcome back to another episode from Salvage Nation. This is day 2 on this car. No wasting time. Let's get into it. So yesterday, for me, that is, we stripped down the car and I managed to repair this top chassis arm right there. And we couldn't continue because we needed the rad pack. That is the old rad pack right there that's blown. And this just came about an hour ago. So let's get that on this car and then we can continue to put that back on. And then hopefully we can get the bonnet on, bumper on, test fit, and get the car almost ready for paint. And I say almost because I'm expecting I'm gonna run into problems, as you always do on salvage cars. But this is Salvage Nation, we keep it moving. So, let go!
So the first step was to open up this package. Within this package was a replacement rad pack. This is what I was waiting for, and with this in hand, I was able to continue with the assembly on the front end of this car. If you look at the bottom, the new rad pack came with its own mounting points, so I was able to remove these slightly damaged ones off the car and literally just lift the new rad pack into place, making sure to connect the intercooler and water rad pipes, as well as turning to the other side to connect the AC pipes as well. Now as I'm going, I went ahead and I topped up the reservoir with a little bit of water before getting that airbox into place. Next I was able to refit that front slam panel, but hopefully this is going to be for the final time on this car. Now with the airbox secured, I was able to use these 3 giant bolts to secure that front slam panel into place. This is actually getting bolted into the chassis arms, and once again, like I said, this is further proof that the chassis legs were not damaged at all. All good, we're having fun at this point. So I went ahead and I used my impact gun to really put some force down on those bolts. Like I said, this is a key component of the build, bolting in that front slam panel into the chassis legs. With that out of the way, I was able to turn my attention to the top section. Once again, I was very happy because all the bolts were lining up perfectly, and literally I just needed to torque these down and then we were good to go. With those bolts fastened down, it was time to get the bonnet locks into place, making sure that I connected the electronic connector. Then I was able to pop in the 2 little clips to hold the radiator into place. I actually forgot to connect the bonnet release wire, so I had to remove the lock, connect the bonnet release wire, and then replace and redid everything that I did in the beginning. Next up, it was the headlight, and I literally just wanted to put this into place just to make sure that everything was lining up. Once again, guys, it's all about double checking, triple checking, and then just finally executing in the final phase, which we should be doing that on day 3. Now on most F series, the 1 series, 2 series, 3 and 4 series, we've got these tiny little clips for the headlights. These can be a bit finicky, but we had to get some new ones from BMW, get the headlight into place, and as you can see, I've just slightly lifted it. And once I was happy with the position, I was able to fasten down the screws. There we go. Next up, it was time to fit this bonnet. Now, this is a bit that I was really worried about, because if that front slam panel is not in the correct position because my pulling and jigging was off, then the bonnet wouldn't close. So here we go. Time to see if it was all worth it. Time to see if it's all gone to plan. Boom. So there you have it. In 2 short days, we went ahead and we stripped down all the damaged parts, and now we're well on the way of getting this car rebuilt, and I'm happy with the way things are going. Let me show you in a little bit more detail.
Alright, so guys, that was a bit of a slug, but check this out. We got the front slam panel on, that's completely secured down. We got the rad pack in and connected. Everything is looking great. And I went ahead and I fitted in this passenger side headlight. I'm still waiting for the driver side one to come in the post, but that headlight is in. And check this out. If I move those out of the way, the bonnet is closing nicely. all the lines. Obviously, they're a little bit big at the moment, but they're not too bad, but we can adjust that once the car gets into the final stages. But have a look at that now. What a transformation. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. But now what I want to do is I want to top up the reservoir for the coolant, and I want to start the car, leave it running. If you watch the channel, this is something that you have to do, and I always do it on all my builds. I want to check for any leaks. I want to make sure that the fans are kicking in, and I want to make sure that that cooling system is working. There's no point in carrying on with any further assembly before checking that cooling system, because that can really damage the engine. And when this car goes, you don't want it to be overheating, etc., because we didn't check to see if the system's working. So that's the next plan. I've got a solution of, I think it's 2-part coolant to 1 part water in this little reservoir here, this little can. What I want to do is start the car, leave it running. That way it engages the water pump, and then I can just check to see if any leaks. Have a look at that. Editing on the job, guys, to make sure I get the content out to you guys. Okay, so start her up. And it starts up quite nicely. Open it back up. So that bonnet is opening and closing fine. Have a listen to that. The engine is running nice and smooth. I've got no issues with that, but I want to top up this reservoir and make sure this is good. But guys, come on, man, like, have a look at this. It's literally been 2 days, 2 full days, and this is how we're looking. So top this up. Okay, so that's topped up to the line. I can go ahead, tighten this down. And with that tightened down, literally, we just need to sit and wait. Sit and wait. Have a look at that. That light is working. I went ahead and used a bit. There's a chemical called thinners that we use in painting, and that got rid of all the paint that was on there, the paint transfer. And it's just got these scuffs that are left. We're gonna sand that down and resurface it. If you just watch the BMW E93 build, we did that on those lights, and those lights came out amazing. So these are standard things to do on a headlight like this. There's no point in replacing that. But anyway, no more talking. I'll catch up with you guys once the car is up to temperature. Right, so it's about 20 minutes later. Have a look inside. We've got a steady stream from the return pipe, and that's gone back into the reservoir for the coolant. And as you can see, I put water in, but did you see how dark it looks? It's gone green because it's circulated. A ton of coolant was still in the engine. When I removed it, coolant came out in the rads, but clearly there's still a ton of coolant in the engine, and it's mixed up with the water now, and it's gone all the way through. And on this particular BMW, I double checked with my local suppliers, and it's the green coolant that we need to be using on this model. But that is running all great. Also, check this out. What I went ahead and I've done off camera is I used my diagnostic tool. If you remember, hold on, the engine light was on. Now the engine light is not on. And the only error that I've got is obviously bonnet open, doors are open, but it says the pedestrian protection system. And that's because in the bumper, there's a bit of foam, and there's one sensor that's in that foam, and I haven't connected it as yet. I think it's actually damaged. Actually, I'll show it to you in a second. Hold on 1 minute, let me go get it. There it is, hidden down behind here. So as you can see, this one is broken right there, but on the inside, it's got this little strip, and somehow that senses the pedestrian. I don't know how it works, but the Mercedes have got it, all the new BMWs have got it, and I'm pretty sure it's going to become standard on a lot of cars very, very soon. But when the car's traveling, if you bump into someone, this causes, if you have a look there, those 2 little devices will pop up, and somehow it's meant to make the bonnet go up like that at the back, and it's gonna stop the pedestrians from being hurt, apparently. I don't know how it works, it's over my head, but that is the plan. But guys, have a look, man. This little car has come together, and this is gonna make someone very, very happy, this little 2 Series. But anyway, we've got everything ready. What I wanna do now, I just wanna do a test fit on that front bumper, and I wanna see how that is all looking.
So as I'm getting the bumper from around the back, I left the car running to get up to temperature, and as you can see, everything is going fine. I got that new front bumper that I bought from eBay. I think this was only about 100 quid. Got that into place, and as you can see, the thing is looking amazing. Everything on this car is coming together like a piece of cake, and I don't want to jinx it like I said. However, I am very happy with this rebuild. After clearing all the fault codes with my diagnostic tool, the car was running perfectly, and as you can see, it's starting to look like a car again. It looks amazing. And I want you to tell me what you think in the comments down below. With a little bit of hard work, perseverance, and some knowledge, and maybe a little bit of talent, this is what we were able to do after 2 days.
Jeez, guys, come on. How slick is this car looking now that I've put on this front bumper? Not bad for a YouTube mechanic, innit? I always get these comments, oh, these YouTube mechanics. Come on, man. Come on, man. Like, this thing is looking so sick. Ignore the lines. Remember, this is just a rough test fit just to see what this front bumper is looking like. And come on, man, this car literally looks like it's ready for the road already. It's ready for the road. Right, all jokes aside, we're waiting for that headlight to come. I've got all the grills, all the bits for the bumper. We're gonna put that on later. In the next episode, we're gonna start the bodywork and the paint procedure. But guys, honestly, man, tell me what you think of this car now. Tell me what you think. I'm looking. Let me know in the comments down below. Alright, you guys, so at the end of day 2, this is what the car looks like. We made some amazing progress. Now, honestly, yesterday when I started on day 1 and you saw the state of this car, tell me if you thought we were going to be able to fix this car or get this far in just 2 days. Tomorrow we're going to come in, we're going to finish off all the little bits, and we're going to get the car ready for paint. We're going to lay some paint, and this car hopefully should be done unless there's any sort of hidden damage, which I can't see anything happening. I don't want to jinx it, so touch wood. There's no wood here, but yeah. Tomorrow we're going to continue in day 3, which is going to be hopefully the finale on this build. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode. I'm going to end the video here like I said. If you're watching this and you're not subscribed and you want to see how we get on with this, and I've got some new content coming your way, we're going to be taking a little trip. All of that is coming soon, so if you want to see that, don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. So this is where we're going to head off. So like I always say, keep it moving, and I'll see you in the next one. Guys, thank you for watching. Click here to see what YouTube thinks you should watch. Click here to watch one of my previous episodes. And like it said there, don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. We out.